a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are. And like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail of Gaia, and this is Free Range, where we graze on wild ideas, and we have wonderful guests. And I have one of our guest favorites here, and that is Mr. Drake Bailey, and he's going to talk to us about some of the information, intel that he has gotten, and let me bring him on. Hi, Drake.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I was just going to say, they're drowning over there in California. They're getting drenched.
Well, I was
but anyway.
thinking we could all get together and put a couple bucks in a pot and mail them a big box of floaties.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Well, just hopefully they don't get covered in mud. Like,
well, just make sure you don't give any to Gavin Newsom. He needs to learn how to tread water.
Oh, indeed, indeed. Well,
Yeah.
it seems as though most of us are still waiting for some kind of information, intel, especially that the public sees for a change. And it just seems like there hasn't been much of anything different out there. And I know there's a lot going on, and you were talking about some things earlier. And why don't you share that with the audience?
Which part of which one did you want me to share?
Oh, just start right from the beginning about some of the removals of people in Congress.
You mean about Adam Schiff and Omar being taken off of their positions on certain
committees.
Yeah, they're not on the committees no more. As it goes, and this is something that our speaker promised, was that people that were a problem were going to be removed, and it didn't matter what they were on or who their friends were or nothing. They were gone, and he took care of some of them. So that's just the beginning. Now we got Hunter Biden's laptop, which everybody thought was all that. What about the classified documents that the vice president accidentally on purpose took? Ooh.
Which he didn't have the authority to do, even though he was vice president. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, you can't do that when you're vice president. You do it when you're president, and then you only can keep them if you declassify them. I think it's 72 hours you got to peruse the parchments or something of that nature. But the gist of the fun and games is that anybody who is un-American in terms of what they've been doing legislatively or voting or whatever, guess what? They're going to try to see if they can get you a job down at White Castle flipping burgers. That would be appropriate. It really would.
Well, yeah. Look at how wealthy they have gotten in in the time that they've been in Congress. They got a $80,000 or $100,000 salary, and all of a sudden they're multimillionaires. Gee, how does that work? I know how it works, Drake. They send money.
Trading.
Yeah, they send money to Ukraine, and it comes back to them.
Oh,
and we pay for it.
Oh, that's pretty neat. The more I watch this stuff, the more I get the feeling that I'm in the wrong place, trying to steal from the wrong people. They got a job where they can legally steal whatever they want, and I think that's pretty nifty. I really do. Not supposed to be that way, but it is.
Exactly, it is that way.
Well, it's like all the stuff that's been going on. You got the border, and you got this, and you got that. Um, the gist of it is simple. The government needs to be told no in terms of sending out extra money or whatever, and that's to the people that don't think they ought to work. If you don't work, you don't eat. That's what the Bible says, and I think I'll go with that. The thing that um, torques my cookies most is this drag queen stuff. I'm trying.
Really?
I'm trying to be civil. It's not
It's
easy.
hard, isn't it? You
Yeah.
have to
Um,
ask yourself, why do these drag queens want an audience of children?
ooh, young and succulent. I bet that's a good answer for them.
You got it.
Talk about grooming. Well, they're not grooming, but you feel them doing this on your hair, and you go, "What?" Now, when it gets a little lower than the hair on your head, start worrying badly. As a matter of fact, you might start running long before you get to that point. But uh, what I've seen and what I've been hearing and what I know is going on, I've got a couple of intel people that keep me posted on what has transpired in the way of things that most people don't even hear about. One of the things that's going on is that certain people are getting shot, and they're getting shot for the reason of taking their drag queen whoopity doo and rubbing it in the face of the kids who don't have a clue about that stuff anyway. And those people have been getting shot, cars got blown up, houses set on fire. People have had it. Yeah, I don't know who's paying attention, but somebody needs to pay some serious attention to this because you don't want 50, 150, 200 people to show up with guns at a school board meeting and clean the place out. That'd be messy. You'd have body parts everywhere, you know. So,
Okay. We're not advocating any kind of violence here,
no,
obviously,
no.
but people are going to be pretty ticked off the more information that they get,
Well,
especially
people like,
about this. Yeah.
yeah, people like to glue themselves to famous paintings. Well, I recommend that they glue the butts of the oligarch school boards to their chairs. Yeah, get some super glue out of it. And
There you go. That's
wiggle it live and force them to sit in it for a while and then to ask them how they're doing. Now, one thing I liked about that particular scenario was that one foreign country thought it would be nifty. They thought about it. Okay. And while these people were glued to the floor and the wall and the paintings and whatnot, the staff summarily closed the joint up, turned the lights out, and went home. Now, do you realize when you got that, being there all excited and everything has a tendency to cause your system to have movements. And can you imagine what kind of a stinky mess that was the next morning?
oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
then you got people like um, the certain squad members so far who think that they can change the wording of emails to better fit their political agendas. Adam Schiff did that and got caught, and they didn't do a thing to him until we got the new Speaker of the House, who removed him from having a position on that particular group of people he wasn't worthy of. So he's gone. Omar is gone. Oh boy, I just bet her raghead is in terrible disrepair. You see all this, and
isn't she the one that married her brother or something like that to get over
yeah,
here? Or, yeah.
no, that's
All
a
right.
AOC.
Oh, that's AOC, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Omar is
I
a
just ignore these people. They're obviously
Omar is a muzzy. I'm gonna use that term. I just I bet they love that.
more like a communist than anything else, though.
No,
No, why
the
not?
because the Muslims don't like communism or communists.
Interesting. I did not know that.
And what's funny is they have their own deal. They didn't like the Bible, so they wrote their own book. I mean, everybody's got the right to do that. The thing about it is that they call us infidels. An infidel, now by definition, is a person who does everything they can against the so-called accepted gods or God of the planet. Well, that might be all well and good, but the thing is, we're coming up to the point where they're going to find that these things are not any longer acceptable to the power of creation. Oops.
Well, here's somebody. This was true, Drake. What somebody is verifying. Omar did marry her brother, not AOC.
Omar. Well, I heard AOC married her brother for
I read
for
that story
immigration
somewhere.
purposes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They're all a bunch of dirty thingamabobs anyway. It's like
hard to imagine how they got into the positions they got in, too.
No, it's not. They bribed their way in there.
They paid their way in, right?
Well,
that's one of the problems with our whole system.
What they did was they give them knee pads. Told them go to work.
Oh my God. Anyway, well, speaking of that very same thing, and I hate to bring this up, but I was reading some. I know why you're saying that, Drake. Okay.
To cause trouble.
Anyway,
get you to laughing.
Anyway,
yes.
Kay Griggs is a whistleblower from the military, and there are some things that go on in the upper echelons there that are pretty disturbing, to say the least. But more important than that is the fact that General Berger has gone missing. Have you heard about that?
Yeah,
He's a
I heard the rumor.
The white hat general. Well, it's pretty hard to believe that they went. I mean, these guys are chipped, as far as I know.
Now, here's something for everybody to consider.
Unless you can fry that.
Well, you gotta have some consideration in there as to the positions involved. White hats got to be careful. Now, a bunch of them had to leave the country, had to leave the United States because the government was after them. Okay, that isn't indicative of a whole lot of things. I don't know what is. Now, if you're connected and you get intel like the general very probably did, and find out there is a contract out to perforate your personality, maybe it'd be a good idea to disappear. Like fall off the grid.
Yeah. So, in other words, they
could be he's just in hiding.
Intentional. Yeah.
That could be.
Yeah. We don't know, so we just all options are on the table.
Nothing happens as an accident.
That's right. Right.
Doesn't matter what it is.
I don't know where this came from. I have not heard this out there at all, but here, that would be scary because I know things about that guy are pretty disgusting. They keep saying Al Gore is the president. Is that true or not? Who's they? I haven't heard that at all.
I don't care who they are.
They're nuts. Yeah, they're not right.
That boy hadn't won anything, including a scratch-off ticket in forever. So getting into an office of that nature, no. Trump Trump got probably going to tell him what to do with himself.
This is really interesting the way this has been set up, because I know that Kevin McCarthy got into his position with certain prerequisites, we might say, and he's executing those things at this time, and at any moment someone else could take over.
Well, he made concessions in terms of the rules to have them changed to the point where they would be advantageous to the people that they're supposed to represent. And I think it was funny. They accepted it 100%. I love it.
Well, what really bothered me is, I've seen some pictures of him. He's wearing the little lapel with the colors for Ukraine. And I'm
Uh-huh.
sorry, but I'm an America First person too, because
I
every country's
agree.
people has to be American first. And sending all that money over to Ukraine when we have homeless people right here in the United States in record numbers and getting worse, and they send
No,
money overseas? No,
no.
that's just
Didn't you
wrong.
see what it looked like where Biden went the other day when his visit to the border? They actually
Oh, I
swept
can
up
imagine.
they swept up the trash and
Yeah.
took a fire hose to the sidewalk, and I mean, the place was
I know that's
perfectly
how it works
tidy
when
and
it when
clean.
yeah.
Talk about a
When a
co-op.
lot of things are inspected, that's what happens. That's what,
Hmm. Well, that's
it's
what that was one thing that Trump did very well, and that was that he didn't tell people where he was going to be. And the reason for that was that he could surprise pop up somewhere and go, "Hi, I'm here," and they go, "Oh no." But
Well,
there's the border crisis is on the list of things to get done. Um, the um,
that's another thing that really makes me angry, the fact that they let
but
all these people in and then they bus them or fly them to any city that they want to go, set them up in a hotel, give them clothes, money, and a start, and we got people homeless in our own country. That makes me mad.
I want to tell you what you're worth.
Yeah, that shows how much our congressional people care about the American people, doesn't it?
Now you understand what Marxism is. It's
Um, did
one of
you hear
those
about?
things where you say, "Hi, how are you?" Uh-oh.
Here's one. Why did the airplane shut down yesterday? Were they arresting bad stuff?
No.
The shutdown
Uh,
did not last very long.
well, that's because it was a computer uh,
Glitch. Yeah.
meltdown. Yeah, they call it a glitch. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's
Or
a
was it a
meltdown.
hacker? Was it from a hacker?
No, they
No.
don't. There's no evidence of that. It
Okay.
just simply, when you got 10, 15-year-old software, it has a tendency to wear out. There you go.
Mm.
That's basically what happened. So if they want to blame somebody, Pete Buttigieg, ooh, Mr. Cool Man himself, um, he's supposed to be the transportation czar or something, and secretary, and he ain't done squat, and they're beginning to ask him about it.
The question is standing. Somebody says
Matt
he's
Hughes.
seen nothing. Matt Q's seen nothing on the border. He must not be looking. I've seen lots on the border. So there really thousands coming across every day? Yes, there are.
Yeah.
Yes, there are.
If you
Thousands.
don't believe it, if you ask the right people, you can get a ride down there and watch.
It's horrific, unbelievable.
Yeah.
This it is not a psyop. What the psyop is when Biden comes down and makes it appear like there's nothing going on. That's a lie. There's a psyop for you. Anyway,
Or like I got done in Vietnam, we had the big speakers and the chopper went on silent run, and all of a sudden God come out, and it actually announced itself. Hello, I'm God. Surrendered. That's all it said.
that was are you talking about MK
That's a
Ultra
psyop.
voice to skull stuff?
Yeah, that's a psyop. But hey, it worked. Didn't have to cheat people.
It's kind of scary when you think about how they can manipulate people's minds that way. It's
Or
silent weapons, silent wars. That's what's going on right now.
well, not too long ago. I keep up on some digital stuff. Not too long ago, they come up with the
Could have fooled me.
fun and
Okay.
games. You may have seen it on Fox News if you watch that,
Nope.
where they can make a video with your voice and your face, and it's real as far as you're concerned. So they can do that.
Well, think
Kids
about what
that-
they can do about, with somebody like Trump or somebody like any politician or somebody like some doctor or anybody. I mean, if they can do that, they have that kind of they have technology that they have kept from the people for so long.
I was just going to
And
insert. They only need 3 seconds of your voice in order to do that. Believe it or not.
3 seconds? Oh my
Yes,
God.
and then it will go on with your personality traits and such. I couldn't take that leap in my head, but that's what they said in the article.
Wow.
Yeah,
Thanks, Dot.
sure.
Look at Budwhacker. He's got a good question. You see it?
Okay. Yeah, and let me put it up.
I say yes.
Okay.
He's asking, is anyone else feeling odd sensations that seem to correlate to solar flares?
I do. Up and down and sideways. And the thing about these solar flares is that they're not really solar flares. A solar flare burns itself out. These aren't. And it's getting closer by the hour and
I
the
need to
minute.
get some water. Hang on a second.
Yeah, okay, be that way. And we're going to go first. They're going to have a shield that's put up. Neat thing about the shield, everybody says 3 days of darkness. Okay, well let's put this into context.
I'm back. Sorry about that. I just needed a drink to stop coughing.
Is anybody really familiar with real stormy skies? Like in Florida, it'd be beautiful day, beautiful sunshine, and all of a sudden it starts turning dark and get darker and darker, and all of a sudden it looks like midnight outside. Well, that also happens during an eclipse. Same kind of dull light. Okay, we're going to have 3 days of that dull light. So it's going to be fun. Oh boy.
Let's see. Odd sensations correlate to the solar
And
flare. I was going to say
Go ahead.
something on the solar flares too. High anxiety, irritability, easily triggered. Those kinds of things people have been reporting. So you
Also,
might want to be kind of careful with when you're dealing with people.
and I was watching Dutch Sense yesterday, a few days ago, and for the last few days, he's great. He predicts earthquakes, and he's taken a lot of heat for it, but he's really doing a service. And the likelihood of quakes, you might want to watch him. Just be prepared is the best.
Okay, somebody's asking the question, Drake, will the children shift straight to 5D?
Sure. But they got to be informed about certain things first. So they're going to have some class time, but not very much. We're going to have a majority of it because our brains have been messed with by dinglebats that think they're in charge.
Yeah, they can hack our brains, literally.
Well, you want to go a step further. Mother Nature is going to clear a bunch of stuff up. That's part of what these solar flares are doing. And as long as you don't hear about a coronal mass ejection, a large one, these things are not necessarily terribly harmful. You get a little easier sunburn. Other than that, heavy plasma. Ooh, no, plasma is different altogether. And the Earth and
Isn't that way? What do you think about the new Earth and the divergence or split? They've been talking about the split.
Well, the whole solar system goes through the transition. So that means that the new Earth is going to be a new type of planet. In other words, forget mosquitoes. Oh, I love mosquitoes. Don't you love mosquitoes? They like to wake you up in the middle of the night. In your ear. Well, and divergence or split. There's not going to be divergence or split. That ain't going to happen. when people realize that what we've been talking about is real and it's happening, they're going to go, "Oh my God, now what?" Well, here's what. And come to my class at 3 o'clock on channel such and such, and you'll learn all about it. Pretty
Well, what
simple.
about the people that say that there's certain people that are never going to wake up, and they're going to have to go another
Well,
26,000
those
some odd years around the planet?
25920 25,920 years is one cycle of the
I didn't remember the exact number. Yeah.
is the one cycle of the equinox and precession. So what you have to understand is that
Hmm.
those people are not going to have to wait that long. They'll take them and run them through what I have loosely termed biospheres and be healed of that problem. Generally, it is a thing where, like, you think one thought continually, and it makes a memory trace through your brain. Zip. And what happens is that gets ingrained and becomes the truth that you look at and see. And this is where you get the people that are not waking up to the fact that your government, the people who love you so much, are after you.
And they don't have your best interests in mind. And we
No.
got plenty of proof of that in historical records.
Well, they just want to shrink your underwear a few sizes and see how you like it. I think we ought to put their underwear on their head and then shrink it a few sizes. Maybe something positive will pop out by accident. Well, communication will be affected by this shielding. No.
I don't.
Yeah, interstellar communications, yes. We don't have enough of that to worry about it.
Okay, I'm trying.
Okay. Ain't that
Somebody's
sweet?
asking, what about snakes? What do you mean?
What about them? Snakes are beneficial, in case you didn't know that.
Not the poisonous ones, sure the heck aren't beneficial.
Sure they are.
No, they aren't.
Because they're beneficial as the ones that ain't poisonous. All snakes, amphibians, etc., are beneficial. There's only just a couple out of the whole group that ain't worth nothing.
Then why do they have they can bite you and kill you? I mean, why would we want them on 5D?
Well, why not have them taking care of any kind of rats or mice that we overlooked? You got to think positive. That's what they eat. And then kitty
I don't
comes
care what
along.
they eat. That's not the problem. The problem is that they're poisonous and they can bite and kill you, and that I object to.
You're not. Have you ever gone out and found a gator and brushed his teeth? Come on now. You don't play with dynamite. You don't play with rattlesnakes, and there's a few no-nos in it.
Well, I just wonder about all that. Okay.
Yeah,
anyway.
we ain't gonna have any bugs with stingers.
Well, they take the stingers bug, but not the poison from the snakes away. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, there's some bugs out there, hornets, giant hornets. Ooh.
Oh, there was some by my apartment here not that long ago. They had to move
Light
it.
toads
Coming in.
They are.
That's what happens with the different solar flares, right?
Well, sort of.
Can I ever say anything without having it discredited? I don't know.
Well, you have to understand that the shield may be a physical shield, but I want to suggest that it is something that becomes physical for the period of time of its usefulness and then disappears. Just dissolves.
Here's a question for you. Is the sky ice? Why do we send rockets up there when you have 2 gates?
Have 2 gates. I don't know what the 2 gates are, but that's okay. No, the sky is not ice, and we send rockets up there because we can do that. It's fun if you never played with fireworks when you was a kid, you shoot off a couple of bottle rockets. Oh boy, the fun and excitement just goes right off the scale.
See. Here's the one for you. Will 4D not see us in 5D? That's right.
4D, not see us in 5D. ET's watching from 12D or so. We go to upper 4D, learn what we got to learn, and we go to 5. Wait. Hey, Drake. Hey,
Did something happen? Did the white hats lose their ass or what? Why? We don't know why you're asking that.
Well, no, they didn't. They had to pull back in a couple of places and um, reconfigure what they were doing. If you don't see them for a little while, that's what they're doing. Okay. They told me I could tell certain things about them and what was going on and whatnot, and not get them or myself in trouble.
Yeah, because we're in war times, and you have to be careful what you say. Isn't that right?
Yep.
Okay. What's this? When we go into the fourth dimension, does it last for thousands of years?
It's permanent. You go from one level, like 3D, you go to 4D, it's permanent. Then you move up to 5D, it's permanent. As you learn to operate and act or whatever within the dimension you're in, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is, my suggestion is that as you go along this fun path of life, things not only get better, but so will you. Okay. They have mosquito factories. Oh,
perhaps tick factories too. Well, now Lyme disease, they really believe that that's related to, or was done on purpose.
The
anyway,
mosquitoes are gonna go poof.
Good.
Along with ticks and a few other things that are useless.
Parasites.
Yeah, parasites. Well, that takes care of all the.
Here's, will Basel IV compliance bear any consequences? Banks need more liquidity for business. They have 5 years to comply. Well, I don't think they have that much time.
Will Basel IV compliance bear any consequences? It already is. You've got that I know of.
That's what I heard too.
Half a dozen or thereabout large banks, and I mean big ones, that are closing. Think about that. And they're doing that because of the new requirements. The new banking regulations are so tight, so strict, and so real that the people that are in charge don't want to go to jail. So they're not going to play the game.
They can't steal like they used to. They won't be able to steal like they used to.
Yeah. Like FTX taking everybody's money. Oh, and did you hear about that? They accidentally found about $4 billion. Ooh, that helps a big one.
Troy Jackson is asking, is the cosmic burst crystalline energy cleansing everything?
Yes, but you got to be careful about that. If you're at the wrong distance, you get fried, and I mean just like a frying pan. So that's what the shield's to prevent. Now the sun's going to be different. Things are going to be different. The air is going to be clean. I mean, you like what's coming. I just wish they'd hurry up.
Oh my gosh. Everybody is. Okay, here's a question. Somebody's been asking, what do you recommend for top of the line bone health? Well, we're kind of limited as to what we can say because I don't know, they can use it against you. But that's not going to last very long. Pretty soon we'll be able to say whatever we want.
Oh boy. I recommend that you take the things that the old sawbones doctors back in the day used to say. Well, you drink your milk, you take vitamin D, you take vitamin A, you do this and do that, you'll be fine. My suggestion is that if you don't concentrate on something, you ain't gonna have a problem with it.
Good point, Drake. Where you put your focus
is where things go.
Yeah. So if you
don't want it to fall off, don't think of it in that terms.
Yeah, that's tough sometimes. I really, yeah. Let's see. Oh, somebody said, Tinfoil Hatter said, I thought the shield was like a show or something, right? Cop show.
Like a cop show or something, right? Yeah, well, the Shield was a cop show. This is a different kind. This is one to keep you from acting like a hot dog. A cold hot dog gets tossed on in a hot frying pan. Whoa,
Oh, it says, oh, the higher can always see the lower, right? But the lower can't see the higher.
not true. But
What do you mean not true? That is too true.
if somebody doesn't know how to do something, if somebody does not know how to do something, then they can't do it. Or if they don't believe it, they can't do it.
But that is a general statement. If the higher dimensions can look down and see the lower dimensions can't look up and see the higher dimensions. That's generally speaking.
They used to think that about me until I looked up and identified one of the ETs in the window of their spaceship as it was going by. That was fun. His colleagues about laughed him clear off the ship.
Let me see, where are we?
Okay. Gotta watch that guy.
This is an interesting question. Is the firmament made of liquid oxygen?
No, that'd be too cold.
Yeah, you're going.
Firmament is what you're standing on. The other is the glue that holds it all together. I mean, you just keep on. Oh, like it is a dark fleet.
I'm trying to.
Alliance. Boxed in.
What about this one here? Let's see. Drake and Gail. Has the Supreme Court been compromised now?
No. Matter of fact, they're getting ready to make some rulings that's going to really make everybody mad because the deep state isn't going to be able to handle it very well. I got a couple over here in the chat.
What are you looking for?
G has two of them in there. Galactic update status on Dark Fleet.
Well, I'm not finding it, but I guess they're way ahead of me here.
Under Utah and Antarctica, that the Galactic Guardian Alliance and yes.
I'll tell you what, if you want to answer it, I can't find it right now, but read it first so people know what you're answering.
Okay. Question. This is from G. Galactic update status on Dark Fleet, knocked Waffen Rager. Oh, geez, here it goes. Under Utah and come on now, cooperate. Galactic Antarctica, that's the Galactic Guardian Alliance and U.S. Air Force, Navy Solar Warden have boxed in. If they boxed them in, they're going to be in deep doo-doo real quick. Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah, I found it. This is another question that's being asked because some people say, and I've heard it myself, are we already in 4D? Many people are saying that we are, and that's why there's so much disclosure going on.
When we get all that big flash and the the shield protects us from that, as soon as that's done, we're in 4D. Not before, after. At least that's what they told me. That's what ET told me. They lied to me about a bunch of other stuff, but I don't think they're going to say the wrong thing about this. And it's a different person.
Well, a healthy amount of skepticism is never bad.
Could Greg elaborate on? So go ahead.
Are these X flares part of the solar flash, or like
kind of like a
yeah?
Yeah, the preparation for it. You gotta whenever you put together a conduit that conducts, whether it's light, plasma energy, whatever, it's a good idea to build something first that'll contain it and maintain it, and that's what they're doing, or that's what's happening. On solar stuff.
Here's one too. I'm kind of jumped down to the bottom here. Is the grid going down?
No.
Good.
Some people will be without power, but not very many.
Okay. What's worse, an MRI or a CAT scan? Which one gives you more radiation?
They're about the same.
That's what I was afraid of. That's would have been my answer. Yes. Okay. Yeah. What's this one here now? Okay. Will everyone ascend with the earth? Some folks are saying that many will not make it. Yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of people out there saying
There's a lot of, most people will make it. There's a few that won't, and that primarily is of their own doing. Enemy challenge is AI. Ooh. What's under Utah? Bad guys.
Yeah, I bet.
3 days or weeks?
Uh,
I'd make it 3 months.
yeah, just
Eggs
to be
is
safe.
gone out of sight. Get you some chickens. Hey man, they make eggs. What? Not very much better food than that.
Which one's this one? Oh, I said that one already. Sorry.
AI being a challenge, no.
Somebody's making a comment about bone broth or bone health. The only thing that I have to say about that is be careful of that because the bones are where glyphosate resides, so you better make it organic. Anyway, that's just my comment on that. Okay. But otherwise, it is good. Bearing that in mind. What? No.
Self-reacting diode. I wonder.
There's a new message down here. Let us see. Farm fresh chicken eggs are great. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Duck eggs ain't bad either.
This is Selma, Alabama, hit with tornado and damages. Civil rights movement, 1820, MLK holiday, January 15th. Any connection?
Queen of the Black Belt. Yeah. When something good is happening or going to happen, the event usually gets tarnished by a nasty event. That can be a mass shooter or tornadoes or whatever. So if you think about that, you'll get things straighter.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, here's another one too. This is a comment, but this is true, and you might want to elaborate on that. Not everyone here is human.
That's true. About 1/10 of 1% of our population is extraterrestrial.
Okay, here's a question from Rumble. Drake, have you heard anything about Social Security payments going up a lot starting this month? Gracias.
Well, my wife and I got one of our checks already. We're looking to see whether or not it's the same thing every month, where they just add it into the check you're already getting.
So, but you're not talking about the standard 8% that's a cost of living raise. You're talking about a different amount, right?
Yeah. Well, I get somewhere around $1,200 a month, and we got a check for almost $1,000. So go figure. That's not bad.
No. So in addition to.
I want to see that it's in addition to, whether it's added into our checks this coming
next
month.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. We're on automatic deposit, so we don't worry with too much of that stuff.
Okay.
America has an odd history.
Yeah, we'll see. Some people get it later on in the month. I think it's going out in alphabetical order. That basically, and being Bailey, you have a very early in the alphabet name, so you get.
Social Security will go to $45.50 a month.
Yeah, there's some people that were saying more significant amounts because they were making up for all the banks that stole from us and all the money
it may be
reparations.
We only got a certain amount. I don't know if that's going to be, I don't know if it's just down payment or what.
Or who knows? Yeah, there you go. Or maybe another one will be coming. Maybe they do one for you. I suppose they keep them the same if you're married. You don't give them separate.
Yes, I have heard technicians. Go ahead.
Okay, it says, is there a time-space occurrence this year on the 2nd, which is the 540th anniversary of the Philadelphia experiment.
Yes,
Any word on that?
but it's not. Nobody knows what it's going to be, and not even the people that know about it.
See, this is one of the sources there that gave this information, and the one at UTSAVA said Social Security will go to $4,550 per month for seniors on BitChute. That's that would be great. I'll believe it when I see it. Okay. I don't want to say be negative, but it certainly is owed to us. And they were going to pay out to the older people first, because obviously we're not around as long. Anyway.
Got some wild hair that's getting into the picture.
Okay, let me see what's this one here? Where people who recently passed, those who are clueless, are reincarnations over?
No, and it's not a question of reincarnation. People that practice religion for profit have a tendency to tell you you're going to hell if you're a bad guy. Well, there's a problem with that. The only way you can go is up. Oops. And when the bad guy goes up, his whole attitude is everything changes to the positive. Oh.
Here someone's asking, is debt relief in the near future?
Yes. I don't know how near, but it's in the near future. Truths out there are.
Here's something. Oops, where did that go?
Greek gods.
I was going to ask you. Oops, that's the wrong one. It moves just when I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I got my Social Security amount this month. Well, Voight, Janelle, what's going to happen is yours is going to come later towards the end of the month because they're doing it in alphabetical order. So the first batch is the first. I don't know where it's cut off or whatever, but they're breaking it up. Is what I'm getting at. So, and you got it a V that you're going to be one of the last in the last group.
Okay, so here's something that we're talking about Greek gods, Enki, Zeus, etc. These are really our true past. Do you know?
Yeah, I missed that.
They are our true past. These were some of the giants with special powers. And that's all I'm going to say on
that. Okay, this question, Blake. Question, I think they mean Drake. Have you any updates for Australia as things are heating up here? We're still getting flooding throughout Australia, and now they're coming after us unjabbed. Ooh, they're coming after the unjabbed.
Well, go. There's some bush people out there in the wilderness. Go live with them. Hard to jab somebody if you got to chase kangaroos to get there.
Yeah, the very idea of that. Now, they've been saying that they're going to push mandatory vaccinations around the world. Are they going to try this again? Ooh, I said the word. Oh, I just said it.
I hate to inform them, give them some bad news, and I don't advocate violence, but you try that with me and you get shot. Just that simple.
Yeah, I just can't believe they could get that passed in America anyway. But there's a lot of peer pressures and stuff like that.
Here's a question that came up once before, and it won't go away.
Did you hear this one, Drake? Jared Kushner has been replaced.
He has been replaced. Dang it! I wish this thing would quit that.
Oh, well, it's just said Jared Kushner has been replaced. It was a statement. I guess it was looking for verification. So, Drake, will there be a great green lights in the sky like the Borealis in Alaska?
Yes.
When will that happen?
Just prior to the main flash, as I understand it. Now you got to remember something. I'm reiterating things that people have told me. I'm not going to guarantee their accuracy.
Okay. Giants means earthborn. I never thought of it that way.
See, here's the question. Let me get the question real quick.
Which one?
What is under Utah? Question. Okay, I understand it. There's a lot of tunnels. They're cleaning them out. Does Drake think that our final enemy challenge is AI? Is Archon's AI? And the answer is no to both of those.
Well, there's a lot of reports to that effect about AI being one of our worst enemies, and how that is. But anyway, there's another question. And
Okay.
AI can be, there is a malevolent. I can't say that word tonight. Okay, a bad AI. Anyway, did the military white hats move lots of gold and things needed for the GCR, RV, and mass arrests during the created FAA all flights grounded first time since 9/11? Oh, please spill the beans, bro.
I don't want to spill the beans. Makes it hard to walk in the house, and the wife beats me with a broom when I do that stuff. The White Hats did take some actions. That's all I'm going to say. Warning signs I had not heard that. Ooh.
Heard what?
Oh, I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know what that is.
Great questions.
At G. Where's G?
A lot of prisoners to Thule base in Greenland over the last few months. Last month, yes, they have, as a matter of fact.
What was that? Would you please repeat it? I didn't hear it. Okay, repeat the question.
You want me to say it? Okay. Have they? Dang it! Hold still. They've been flying a lot of prisoners to Thule base in Greenland over the last few months. Yes. They have an execution portal there. How many humans live on other planets out of this universe? Not that many.
This was back about Kushner. Was criminal Section 8 landlord overcharging for non-payment and not making any repairs?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably very minor compared to a lot of other things, I'm sure. Anyway, will the Earth? Here's a question from Soul Wild Hair. Will the Earth have large catastrophic, specifically the West Coast and California?
Just what they asked for. They wanted to fill the aquifers, and that's what's being done. Whoops.
I was just reading something. That was a comment. Okay. Joe Blow. Hi, Joe Blow. Let's see what he has to say. Hi, Joe. I get the socials of the second Wednesday of the month. Yesterday's check only included about $80 increase. Should be expecting more this month. I would think so. You do have a low, well, your last name's not Blow. So I don't know what your last name is. It's in alphabetical order. So that could have a lot to do with it. That's all I got, too. It wasn't even 80. I think I got 76. But anyway, they take money out of your working checks, and women that if you've ever stayed home with your kids, you're not going to have much of a check. And it's really, in some ways, it's really not fair. Okay, more than
Well, I got the Real Raw News is the one that put that out about the general or everything.
About General Berger, yes, it was, yes, and
was criminal Section 8 landlord. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, leave me, and you can stay in your own lane. What the heck? Leave me be. I don't know what that's all about. Here's Yutsava said Putin and Biden are dead. All clones are being put out of commission. Masked people are going out. Well, that's good. The sooner the better.
Yeah, what you have to understand is if they get the original, eventually the memories and things that make that person, make that clone into what you think is the person, dries up. Oops.
All of a sudden they can't remember anything. All of a sudden they're just non-functional because they grew them so quickly.
No.
Probably.
because
Well,
they
that's
don't.
what I heard. The sooner they grow them, the faster they break down.
Yeah,
But maybe
well,
not all of them.
they tried an experiment with AI, and it didn't work too well. And that was where they downloaded the individual's knowledge, everything in his head, into a machine, and then had it given out to the clone. The only problem was that if the power went out or the battery went dead, oops.
Here's a question: will the event be before disclosure?
Yes,
I think
our
disclosure is
event will be.
happening right now. Don't
Well,
you?
it's only just
Well,
we ain't even
it's
making
not to the
ripples in the
public yet.
coffee hardly. So
Yeah, it's not to the public yet, really. Those of us that do a lot of research and stuff, we and just know things, then it shows. But sometimes that's not the case. Okay. What's this one here? Someone's asking, and we got to talk about this very carefully, guys, because we still are on YouTube. So somebody's asking if there's black goo in the jabs or cesium-137. I haven't heard that one.
there's all
Have you?
kinds of stuff in there that you don't know about.
And none of them are because it's inconsistent, and because it's experimental, they can put anything they want in it.
Yeah, they got leftover HIV, stick it in there for filler.
Yeah, exactly. And there's they don't have to report it, and it doesn't have to even be tested because we're all under this emergency stuff. It's crazy. Okay, let's see what else we got.
Of a green sun. Yes, I have heard of a green sun. I followed since December, and I only saw sun 1 to 2 days. Is this done intentionally, or is it Mother Earth? Intentional.
Yeah.
Oops. They get a new
this guy's Kushner was chomping at the bit to steal people losing their homes and taking over as a Section 8 landlord. Thief. Well, yeah. We have a lot of that. That's one of the problems with.
Does this green comet have anything to do with the changes? Yeah, it's part of it all.
Okay, Drake, have you heard of a green sun?
Of course.
Really? Where is it?
Huh?
Where is it?
What do you mean, where is it?
A green sun.
Yeah, well, you got to learn to be able, you have to learn how to use your optic capability and be able to see it.
Where is it? I'm asking you.
Up.
Well, that's not much of an answer, but okay.
Well, you tell me, where's our sun?
I don't know. I don't see a green sun, but anyway, whatever. Let's see what else we got here. Here. What's this one say? In Ontario, Canada, ongoing fog since December and only saw the sun 1 to 2 days. Is this done intentionally or is it Mother Earth?
It's not intentionally.
It's done intentionally, right?
This is part of the setup and preparation for Earth to have a shield. Okay.
So they have to have a shield for the solar flash. That's what you're saying?
Yeah. If you don't, it's
We'll
like
get fried.
It's like throwing a bunch of earthworms in a hot skillet.
Well, Patty used to say they were going to take us off the planet.
No.
Before that happened.
No, they don't have to do that. That come from an old movie. And that guy is so full of it hurts.
Well, here's a comment. My husband recently passed, so you say those who recently passed go to 4D, so they get a new avatar, and will we know each other?
Yes, you will know each other, and the avatar is not new. It looks like the person did before. How about that? You don't change to a blue person with spots like they do in certain movies.
What if you wanted to?
Huh?
I said, what if you wanted to?
I suppose you could.
I just asked. Here, Dot Connector's asking, does this green comet have anything to do with changes?
Yes.
What?
It's part of what's going on. It preps everything and let's see, clears the way and all that. Okay.
Okay. Oh boy, this is a fun question because there's people saying different things out there, and so
Yeah.
anyway, nobody really knows because it hasn't happened before. But do we take our bodies to 4 and 6D? This body here.
Yes, but the thing is they'll be functional.
That what?
Subject to not be functional, not subject to the age problems we've got now.
So is there some kind of transformation that takes place of this,
Yeah,
going from to crystalline, carbon to crystalline or whatever it is, silicone based?
What happens?
How does that happen?
No, forget all
Well,
that
how does
crap.
it happen? That's what everybody's
Well,
wondering.
you want to hear what goes on? It's real simple. You change your energy configuration. Some people call that soul pattern, life force and all that. What happens is that your energy and you on the inside, as well as a lot of the outside, change. You don't turn into a big You turn into somebody that looks like somebody you used to know anyway.
Oh, you just reminded me something. I mean, I know there's a lot of questions in here, but we didn't get a chance to. Let me say this real quick. Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you for the donation, and tell you it's very much appreciated right now because I am in really very. I need help. I really do. But anyway, what was I? There was something else I wanted to.
I don't know who started this, but I got something to say here. Everybody seems to be putting Saturn into the realm of Lucifer and evil, and that ain't the way it is. Just that simple. It's like the sun beings, the ones that live in the sun. Then they're supposedly Satanists because they're flamers. Well, okay. What you're going to end up with is you're going to end up with the changes, and these changes will be obvious by the way the person acts. That's all. They'd be nice. They won't be throwing hand grenades. They'd be shaking your hand. Pure evil needs to be exterminated. You know what does that?
Are you saying, I got to ask you something, Drake. Are you saying that Lucifer is not evil?
No. As a matter of fact, Lucifer isn't. The light bearer cannot be evil.
Cannot be dark.
That is from the church. They can make up whatever they want. How about that?
I don't know about that one, Drake.
Oh, I do.
Well, good.
I wouldn't say it if I didn't.
I know different, but anyway.
Okay. The red sun, the blue one, the blue one, but the green one's the best sun.
Yutsava said the EBS will be heard worldwide, so prepare for the sirens and loud noise. Do you think anything like that will happen anytime soon?
It's possible that they'll sound the alarm, air raid siren type of shit when the shield goes into place. It's going to block the sun pretty much. Okay.
Please tell me that Bill Gates doesn't have anything to do with that shield, right?
Bill Gates is is due to be executed. Next question.
Oh, well, that's good news.
Oh boy. Well, you asked. Do you want me to tell you about stuff?
I know what I wanted to talk about. Remember when we were talking earlier about stuff being put into our food and soft drinks and stuff like that? Why don't you share that information?
Oh, all right, share that. Well, okay. Well, back in the my days in the military, I happened to come across. I sort of fell over it by accident. But anyway, I ended up with a top secret, above top secret, specialty clearance where I could get any kind of info I wanted, go anywhere I wanted. Period. Didn't matter. Um, and because of that, I decided to go to the library. They screwed up and they got a library, and I got to go in there and spend about 2 weeks reading. Oh boy, did I learn! Uh, anyway, the gist of it is that this is a military installation, and the military things were predominant. One of the military things was how to wipe out some people that you don't want around anymore without firing a shot, causing any problems or anything like that. And they found that if they screwed around with genomes of certain things, they could cause a little bitty bug to go grinching, 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 and it would grinch and it would grinch right up and it would bite you. Well, that little bitty bug, that disease or whatever you want to call it, can be targeted all the way down to the individual. They do that with a combination of energy and bionics. Bionics are a combination of machine and living organism. So they have been doing these things for years. Now, when I said back in the 60s and 70s, when I was still connected directly to the military, I learned a bunch. I was told by several people in the intel community, namely colonels, and I believe there's I think one was a general, but I don't know, told me not to talk about it, to wait 10, 20, 30 years. Well, here we are. 50 years later, I get to tell what they told me back then that's going on. That's going to make you really act strange and be different. Can't hear you.
I said have the zombie effect.
Oh, well, the zombie is a different deal. It's along the same lines, but what it does actually and literally, it turns you into a zombie, somebody that eats flesh, preferably brains. You know, you've heard the old $1.98 horror story sci-fi flick, and the guy's, I want to eat your brains. I want to eat your brains. Whoopee. But it works. It's real. They've had these things forever. And
what's this? This is an interesting little tidbit here.
Uh-oh.
Question. Have the good guys on Jupiter, aka Titans, attack the evil scumbags run by Satan, the adversary, on Saturn and smash their giant black cubes, just like the one in Mecca, your favorite place. Their favorite place.
Now, there goes Saturn into the evil category. I'm going to tell you now, I know some people or entities, whatever you want to call it, that are from Saturn, and they ain't evil. Not anymore than anybody else. Okay? So whoever come up with this is full of it. Now, if the good guys on Jupiter attacked the evil scumbags run by Satan on Saturn, there are pirates, and I'm going to use that word loosely, and some pirates probably get upset with me, but there are pirates of every kind of race that there is in existence somewhere. Little groups of them can cause tremendous problems, and that's what you're talking about here. The black cubes are actually hollow. And when somebody comes along that's got the technical expertise to open one, ooh, is it going to hit the fan? What would all the Muslims do if I come out of one of them black cubes and said, "What is the matter with you people?" I didn't tell you to do that, you know.
Well, you know, the Muslims call other people infidels, but the Jewish people call them goyim, and they have the same disregard for anybody who's not in their particular religious sect. You know.
Well, that is coming to change also. And the interesting part about it is that all of the things that have been done in terms of our free will and beliefs and all this is going to be outed, rectified, fixed. Okay.
Good. Yeah, because somebody was just asking that question. Do really know that humans have free will? How can that be true when we are programmed and manipulated physically and mentally from the time we are born? I agree.
Well, if you have gotten to a certain age, you start making up your own mind about what you think should be done, whether that's the color of the clothes you wear, or what. So, free will, absolutely. If you want to see a good movie on that subject, see Assassin's Creed. The Apple of Eden is described very well in that. Man's first disobedience and the first time that he got it right. Because that is to be preserved, period. Okay.
Somebody thinks that our sun is turning blue.
Good.
I have pictures when it shines, it looks blue. Why would it do that?
Well, I don't know. Blue is usually the color that you see when you get a lot of copper in the air.
Oh, yeah.
Spit it out, Drake. What is this? Truth seeker.
Where I'm missing it. I didn't see that one yet, I guess. Okay, let me see what this one says. Do you know of a green skin race?
Yeah.
Where would they be from? I saw one in my head once. Very beautiful. I've seen one too.
One of them is from right here in our very own oceans. About that. They've been here since the get-go, watching over us. Someone in my head wants.
They're good guys. They're good guys then.
Yeah, they're good guys. The aquatics, you get different colors. Okay.
Okay, let's see what this one is. Oh, how
How
recent is
recent?
recent? Pretty recent, I guess. I don't know what that's in reference to, so let's just take it to the next one. What?
When will MSM start telling the truth?
When hell freezes over, maybe, as they say.
Within about a month.
This is kind of unusual. I never heard this before. A frequency of 4.22 hertz coming from the job in the grave. Bluetooth. It's creepy. They are antennas now and can be told what to do remotely.
No.
They would still have to be living, wouldn't they? Yeah.
Once you lose the energy of soul life, it's over.
Unless another entity enters you or something like that, or enters the body.
Something possesses it, you know.
Starlink satellites, are they shield for solar flash? I don't think so.
No. They're putting the jab in the foods in the grocery store. Ooh.
Yeah, I heard that too. How much can they really do? I know I'm still seeing a lot of chemtrailing out there, though. I can tell you that.
Well, people who write science fiction have a real good imagination. Why shouldn't they write for mainstream media as well? You know.
That's what the problem is. They got the same writers, right? Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
Farmers told they have to jab their cattle.
Oh, that reminds me. I saw the most terrible thing. Someone vaccinated or shot. Geez, I gotta be careful. Someone, a lion, a full-grown lion, was. You know how they shoot those things at them. To give them a shot. It was awful. It was horrible to see. The way it passed on. So that was a big problem to watch. I wouldn't even want you to watch it because that's how bad it was. It was awful. some of the ways that some of the people have had the same experience only. And there's a strange phenomenon that goes on when all of a sudden they look up to the, I don't know if it's the left or the right, but they look up like they're looking at something or someone, and then
Private
die.
chat.
Anyway, okay, it looks like unless you see some questions, that one I don't know. Okay.
Boy.
Oh my goodness, you're having an attack. I don't know. I was having one before myself. That was about the dead coming back. Oh no, no, no. We don't want that. Compassion, love, praise. All right. Well, I think we're out of the most of the questions right now, and so we can probably give this a wrap. And here is one last question. It's unless there's a really good one that follows. Is Ashtar this one? Is Ashtar command showing at the moment of the solar flash? Is the Ashtar commando showing at the moment of the solar flash?
No, you won't see ET until shortly after. You'll see some of the things going on.
Oh, this is something I heard the same thing. Are you aware of that? Have you heard anything to that effect? That they're gonna?
Yes, I
It's
have.
basically releasing another. It's another bioweapon. Basically, it's supposed to be
You
worse.
want a real accolade. I got to give somebody some credit, and I want to say thank you, Fauci, for C-19.
I don't know what you mean by that, but okay.
I don't know if he has anything to do with the flu or not, but
I wouldn't take. I wouldn't touch any of that stuff. And I wouldn't, because there's rumors now too that they're putting it into children's programs for that, and so it's just it's not good. And if you want to know somebody who's an expert on this, her name is Karen Kingston, and she has a Substack article, or where she posts her stuff. And some of it is free and some of it is charged. But if anybody knows about the contents of and the patents that are related to all of this stuff here that's on there, she knows. So yeah, they are trying to add it all to the food chain. I heard the same thing. It's just it's awful. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna stop this? We gotta stop it. We gotta take our food supply back. We gotta. There's a lot we gotta do. Okay, I heard Satan is Enlil and Lucifer is Enki. Oh, there's so much of this going around. Enki and the Morning Star, the light bearers associated the same. We you know what, we've been handed so many different lies about so many different beings and so many different things. I don't know what to believe in.
Let's do something. How about we do this? When before you announce there's going to be a show, ask the people who normally get on the shows for questions beforehand. See if somebody can come up with something better than Satan running around on Saturn or something. Okay.
Oh, for questions, you mean? Better questions?
Yeah,
Is that what?
yeah, right.
Okay. Well, I my time is limited as far as I put in full-time work here doing this already, and the listener support has been very skimpy lately. And I hate to say that, but it's true. So I wish my name started with a earlier letter in the alphabet, because maybe it'll be better if I get some extra Social Security. That'll help a lot, because right now it's
Is the Ashtar Command trustworthy? Yeah, I trust them. I know who they are now.
Well, what I understand, there's two of them, and one of them isn't good, and another one is. So there's so much of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But anything? Do you have anything you want to wrap up? Final saying about anything,
Okay.
Drake?
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up with a positive, a big one. It's
All
very
right,
simple.
good.
Very simple. We have been told a whole bunch of things that are rotten. We have seen actions of people that are supposed to help us that are rotten. Well, that doesn't mean that we got to be rotten. Best thing in the world that you can do is to hold on to your positive beliefs. Don't let them go. Hold on to them. Expand them. Make them bigger. Dream about them. Uh, when somebody says, "How you doing?" Oh, I'd say, "Great," but it'll get better. And see what they do in terms of the positive response. People ain't used to that. Everybody's that. Well, guess what? I still grin and joke around because it's fun. How's that?
All right. Oops, my dog is.
Uh-oh.
That's great. No, thank you very much. And may everybody stay positive, smile, be kind to your neighbors, and stay positive. It's really important. And don't focus on the negative. Everything has to come down before we can take it over. What's this? Yeah, I agree about the chemtrails. I couldn't agree more. I saw a bunch of them today, and it looks like I'm getting frozen here, so it must be time to stop. Alrighty then. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. Once again, remember, we're listener supported. If you can help, I really appreciate it. If you can, I understand. And just stay positive and smile. And we'll see you again soon. Take care.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, everyone.
We have found our way. It's a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are, and like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers. Stronger than ever, never say never. Don't look back now, don't look back now. Stand with each other. We are sisters and brothers, fighting our place and running the race. We'll take our chance and seize the moment. Hold on tight and don't let go of all your hopes and dreams that light the way. We control our fate. Destiny awaits. We are all the actors in the stories we create. Hope will be our guide. We'll no longer hide. When we roll like thunder, feel the wonder from inside. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors.